Yeah, so the subject of the main event thoughts that I was going to put together was is basically talk about the social media network. You know, everything from the Facebooks to the Twitter to the Instagram, even to MySpace, and nobody even uses MySpace anymore. You know, they go ahead and you go on your Facebook. You know, I started on my Facebook since 2010. But before I started Facebook, I was into MySpace, and ironically enough, I did it in 2010 as well. When I got my first iPhone, when I got the iPhone 4, like everybody else did, I started with MySpace, and it only lasted for like a few months, and then MySpace wasn't even that big of a deal anymore, and Facebook is where everybody was at. You couldn't find anybody on MySpace anymore, so you go to Facebook. And then you had others that had Twitter, and I didn't do the Twitter thing until probably October of 2010. And Twitter was a whole lot better than Facebook in my opinion, just because you could follow somebody and it could be the real guy. You know, it could be the real NBA superstar, or it could be a real WWE superstar, or TNA wrestling superstar, or even a rock star. Like you could even follow Ozzy Osbourne, or you could follow The Rock, or you can even follow from some band like say Cannibal Corpse, or even like Carcass. You could follow Metallica. You could follow Megadeth. You could follow any of those people. And they are the real deal. They even have their own Facebooks or their own Twitters. Like Dave Mustaine, he has his own Twitter. Or Lars Ulrich, he's got his own, Twitter. Almost everybody that I know has their own Twitter. And whether they choose to follow you or not is up to you. Most of them, especially people that will tell you straight up they don't have a Facebook, they don't have a Facebook. You know? Like even Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp doesn't even have a Twitter. I think he has a MySpace, but I don't think he has a Twitter. Unless I could be wrong. So, the craziest thing about Facebook is the fact that you have the real deals, you have your real friends, you have your family, then you have certain people that, dig what you are and everything else like that in that particular nature. And then you have the certain people that go ahead and, they're your friends for 1 minute, they're cool with you for like a while, and then they start acting completely weird on you. Like you don't know what they're doing. You don't know what the hell they're saying, right? So, the few times that I've been on Facebook, there have been people that have been telling me the same thing about be careful who you add, because chances are whoever you add, they're not going to just go ahead and go on your Facebook wall and say thank you for adding me. Because I've had that a few times. When I add somebody, they go on my Facebook, saying thank you for accepting my friendship and everything else like that. It's all cool, just to be sane with them. And then when people, when they accept you on Facebook, or when you accept them on Facebook, they go ahead and immediately go on your inbox and say thank you. But you don't know if they're going to say thank you like, just that, or if they're going to tell you like, thanks for accepting my this. My name is blah, blah, blah. I want to date you. I want to know who you are and everything else like that. I don't respond to things like that because I don't even know what this person is like, And whether it's a guy or a girl, I have to be careful with that. And plus, you don't even know who they really are. They could be fake. They could be some other person. Or like, anything of that nature. So like, the few times, even especially with women, they always get pics from certain guys. I mean, some girls are who they are. I've actually met some of the women on my Facebook. And, I'll admit that they are gorgeous and they are beautiful. They're hot to look at. But when they get guys that they accept on their Facebooks, they go ahead and go in the inbox, right? And say, oh my God, you are so fucking beautiful. I just want to bang the shit out of you. And that has happened a few times. A guy automatically thinks that you're a hottie, you're gorgeous and all this, and they expect to think that you're going to take them. And it's like, no, they're not going to do that. They're a whole lot smarter than that. Or if you're like this one girl who went ahead and I guess she became friends with me on Facebook, and then goes ahead and inboxes me saying thank you. And at first she started to become my friend, and then she started to get a little personal with me by saying, I want to be your girlfriend, or I want you to be my boyfriend, or we should date, we should go out. And I'm like, really? I mean, why can't you just talk to me like this on Facebook, And I would tell her, like, you know what? no offense, but you're way to hell at some other place, and I'm here in Texas, and we can't really meet each other. Okay, we gotta at least just be friends first before we decide to engage in any kind of relationship. Because if there's something that's true, I mean, I'm not gonna get myself in a relationship just because of Facebook. I'd rather do it face to face. It's much better. It's much real, and I'm a whole lot comfortable with that. If you don't like it, then there's the friend box right there. There's the unfriend box. Just press it, and then you're done. I don't have to deal with you anymore. I mean, how many times have we seen this before? I mean, there are even guys. I've talked with many women on my Facebook face to face. And then there's the ex-boyfriends and these ridiculous, stupid guys that want to inbox you wondering about your girlfriend or ex-girlfriend or whoever you're talking to. They want to know about the girl, right? And when they're blocked, then they go ahead and decide to make another account. Not just because they have to, because they want to go ahead and stalk the girl you're talking to. What kind of fucking shit's that? I mean, they have no life, obviously. Most of them go on Facebook not for the social media, not to talk to their friends, to be stalkers. To be a bunch of fucking morons that have nothing else to do. They can't go out and do what they want, but they can go on Facebook and start stalking guys or girls or whoever they want to stalk. That's the way it goes. And it's the same thing with Twitter. You have the real deal on Facebook, but then you got the phonies, you got the fan page, you got all of this shit that either it makes sense or it doesn't make sense. You just got to be careful with who you associate yourself with, especially when it comes to Facebook, because you're going to run into people that will be your friend, that will be cool with you, and everything's fine. But then there's going to be that one, especially when it comes to jealous guys. They come out and they start acting all stupid. Like one time, I was telling a friend of mine named Stephanie, who was with a guy, and then all of a sudden they weren't together anymore because I told her about some person that he was talking to on Facebook, right? And I wanted her to know that because she's my best friend, and I don't want her to be screwed over by anybody. I mean, I don't like it when I see somebody that is associated with one of my friends they're in a relationship with, and just, turn things around and think that's the guy. No, fuck that. If I see you with somebody, I'm going to tell them. Why? Because that's my best friend. And nobody messes with any of my best friends. Not her, not my friend Hector, not my friend Antoine, none of those people. I don't want anybody screwing my friends around. And then, even when they found out that I was telling people, the guy goes ahead and goes on my Facebook, or doesn't go on my Facebook, he inboxes me, threatening me, and it was a threat, it was the truth, threatening me, so homeboy, you told her this and that and blah, 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 right? And I blocked him, and then I told her about it, and then she was all, fuck him, And it kind of told me, okay, I already knew ahead of time what was going to happen. So on Facebook, you're going to meet a lot of new people that are not who they are. And then you're going to meet a lot of other people that are who they are. They're cool with you. They're like, say, from Chicago, and they just want to be friends with you. Most of the people I associate myself with are either wrestling fans, metalheads, or people in Corpus Christi, or people in Texas, or either in California, or in Florida, or New York City, or anywhere. They are who they are. The rest of them, they're either gone from my Facebook, or I just don't talk to them. So my main event advice to everyone that's watching this show is this. If you're going to be friends with somebody on Facebook, be cool. Don't be a moron and go directly to their inbox. Just go to their Facebook wall and just say thank you. That's all you can do. Be friends with them. Associate yourself right. Present yourself correctly. Don't be a dick. Don't be an asshole. Don't be a bitch. Don't be a slut. Don't be any of those things. Just be cool. But if you're going to do that, if you're going to go directly in my inbox, if you're going to insult me on Facebook, if you're going to start calling me a bunch of names, block. You're done. I'm finished with you. And you're not going to harm me or fuck with me anymore. That's how it goes. You don't like it? Hey, that's the way Facebook goes. Can't help it.